everybody. This is Jeff Veale, the business guru, once again coming to you, yes, from downtown Manila here in the Philippines. And I've got a very interesting guest today, all the way from Canada. Can you believe? Imagine, I'm at 30, I'm at 35 degrees. They're probably at minus 10 or something. It's incredible. My guest is a wonderful lady, a very vibrant lady. Her name is, you're going to meet her shortly. Her name is Theresa. I'm reading off my script here. Theresa Thomas. Theresa Thomas is an environmental health educator. And the company name is From Toxic to Green Consulting, division of Tatami Limited. And the industry is environmental health and wellness. She's been in the industry for over 30 years, guys, so she might know a bit about it. We were talking earlier, and Theresa asked me a question, and the question was this: is your house killing you? Think about that one for a minute, guys. And Theresa, when you have a chat to her, she'll tell you all about that. Like all the chemicals you're using, what you're mopping the floor with, what you're washing your clothes with, what you're washing your dishes with. You've got to check these things out, guys. And this is not woo-woo stuff, guys. This is real, right? If you don't believe it's real, talk to Theresa and then check it, to do a fact check on ChatGPT or something like that. So it's my great pleasure in the moment to have a brief description about it. From Toxic Green Consulting helps families and individuals from children to seniors transition from toxic chemical-laden environments to cleaner, greener and healthier spaces, guys. Take this seriously, guys, as you should. Our mission is to empower people with the knowledge and tools needed to bring a strong immune system, breathe easier, sleep better, and live well. Now, if you're sleeping poorly, guys, it can be what's in your bedroom, for example. Right? I was speaking to Theresa earlier about plants. I've got some lovely plants in my bedroom that remove carbon monoxide. It's a simple fix, guys, things like that, right? So she offers books, programs, and consulting service from one-on-one guidance to group support, and along with keynote speeches and workshops. Theresa's goal is to help individuals, families, communities create safe, eco-friendly homes, gardens and shared spaces for a healthier future. Her key achievements, she has a wonderful book upcoming. It'll be out in the spring, From Toxic to Green, a new parenting guide for maximum family health and more multiple chemical sensitivities. And there's a lot more, guys. I won't go into it all. And a bit more here. She's done volunteering in many boards, helping groups to build co-ops, non-profit housing, renovate the landscape a few houses, travel across the USA twice, Canada thrice, Europe twice. She's been everywhere, this lady. Africa, that's unbelievable. I'd love to go to Africa. That'd be very interesting. Africa, lived and studied in London, England for 3 months, and a lot more, guys. Personal motto: be true to myself. Interesting fact about myself: I rode down the Grand Canyon on a mule and made it back up. How cool is that, right? This is one interesting lady. And guys, her details are there for you. So reach out, have a cup. What's the worst you can do, guys? Have a cup of coffee with Theresa. She's a lovely lady to chat to, and she'll give you some tips and hints that could change your life, right? So it's my great pleasure to welcome. Good evening, Theresa. How are you?
I am great, Jeff. So great to talk to you, and thank you so much for having me on. I just want to add one little thing. I also, sometimes in my bio, I say I have an elephant collection, and this is one of them right here by my desk. I have about 48 elephants. Oh, what's that? A horse?
Yeah, I have a horse. This one is $100. People, you're crazy. No, it's my inspiration. It's a horse, and it sits in my desk every day to remind me to keep moving. Right?
That's great.
Yeah. So same concept. But I love that, Theresa. I love the fact you've travelled. And some of you people out there have never been out of your suburb. Come on, guys, make an effort. Go out at least once or twice a week. Go and listen to some great music. Meet some friends. Share your knowledge with the world. Don't waste your life. Anyway, let's get started, Theresa. We're on my hobby horse. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path and make a difference in people's lives.
Yes, well, I got poisoned at work, we think from methane from a sewage leak that wasn't removed. And they fixed the pipe but didn't remove everything. And it kind of went to my brain and my body. And all of a sudden, I could not go out in the world without a mask on for about a decade. And over that time, there was something that happened in Halifax. There's a hospital where a lot of nurses got sick. So they started a No Sense is Good Sense campaign, which spread all over the province. Consequently, all the sales of perfume products just dove, and the industry reps came to town and they wanted to find out how this was funded. Well, of course, it was funded by volunteers. Everybody just took their own signs and plastered them up everywhere.
Yep.
And so I was at the end of the table at this meeting. And when they realized they couldn't, lobby the government to cut our funding or something like that because there was no funding, one leaned over to the other and said, we'll have to start advertising to the children. And that was in the late 90s. And I said, oh boy, this means that there's going to be a lot more people going through what I was going through.
Yes.
In 10 or 20 years. And lo and behold, I was at a conference around 2018, and there were 3 20-year-old young women that couldn't go to university because they couldn't handle the scents. So I really felt so strongly about, after World War II, before World War II, there were no chemicals around really in our lives.
Yes.
But after World War II, there were leftover chemicals, and then they started manufacturing, and we got more and more chemicals. By the 90s, we had 80,000 chemicals in our lives, and now it's up to 100, and I think it's close to 160,000. Yes. So with everything, even this sweater is a cotton sweater, but it's still probably got something in it. And, all of our clothes are synthetic. Our bedding is often synthetic. And then our laundry detergent, which is the biggest thing that everybody can change right away. Just go to all natural laundry detergent, because while you're sleeping, one of the reasons we don't sleep well is because we're inhaling all these fumes.
From the
and yes, they smell nice, but in the sheets, your pillowcases, your pajamas, and children in many places, they have to have pajamas that have fire retardant in them. So that's also against the skin. So, and fire retardant in mattresses, that's from the old days when everybody used to smoke in bed. So you can actually ask your doctor for a prescription to have a fire retardant free mattress. So different things like that. Anyway, I just feel really strongly that if people knew what they were doing, they would change it and not risk getting sick.
Well, because of this show, Theresa, hopefully we're going to reach a few thousand people and make a difference in a lot of people's lives, right?
Yes, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. But you're right about that. I tell a story about 2 farmers, right? And they've both got $1 million crop of, let's say wheat. They've got $1 million crop. On the radio, and this does happen in America, all over the world, comes a notice, beware, the locusts are coming. The locusts, like grasshoppers, the locusts are coming. And the farmers know, once those locusts hit the crop, it's like a machine that just goes through and destroy a crop. So farmer 1 just throws his hands in the air and goes, oh, I'm going to lose $1 million and there's nothing I can do. Okay. The farmer next door says, bugger this, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to get all these chemicals and I'm going to put them right around the perimeter of my farm. So he goes about 100 yards wide with all these chemicals. Okay. The locusts come along and go, oh shit, this is not good here. Toxic environment, right? So I'm not going to go here. I'm going to slip over to property A. So property A, they go through and they eat the whole lot. Property B doesn't get touched. And farmer A can't believe it. He said, what the hell is it? Oh no, it just must be luck, says farmer B. Then farmer B gets in his tractor, goes and harvests all that crop, puts all the chemicals through the wheat as he's harvesting, right? It all gets mixed in. And then fast forward a couple of weeks later, guys, you're consuming that in your breakfast cereal and your bread. You're consuming all those toxic chemicals and you'll never, ever know. How could you know? So that's what we've got to be aware of, guys. But this is what Theresa's on a mission to help people, make people more aware. It's not woo-woo, guys. We're not trying to scare you. We're trying to make you more aware. Theresa, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how are you overcoming that?
Oh boy, that's a tough question. Challenging. Well, I guess it's me and my brain, really.
Yes.
It's more about myself and staying focused and getting it done. And that is part of the problem
trying to get the word out, right? Speaking engagements, etc. Get the word out, make people more aware.
That's right.
Yeah. Tell us an important moment in your career that pretty much changed your direction. Where was that pivotal moment, do you think?
Well, that was when I was on the phone with the mortgage broker, and all of a sudden everything went orange. I couldn't really understand what she was saying. I had to run out of the building, and I resisted and resisted. But when I got really sick, at first I just wanted to get better, but then it was the mission really of that situation where those people said we have to advertise to the children, and I said, "Oh no, we don't want to have that happen."
Yeah.
So then I really felt that I had to do the mission of making sure that parents knew and everybody knew so that they could stop ingesting all these chemicals through our skin, our nose, our mouth. It
Yes.
comes in through every way. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got another backstory for you, Theresa. I was a caterer at one of Australia's largest caterers, and I put on a big party for 1,000 professional guys for Rothman in Australia. It's got a big company name like Marlboro. Let's use it was Rothman's, but let's use Marlboro, like Marlboro Man, and he died of cancer, by the way, guys.
Right.
Anyway, it was about cigarettes, and they were saying that to this thousand, and I was doing the food, I was in the hall, um, that guys, sales are down, so we've come up with a way how we're going to get more people, right? And they said, "Oh yeah,"
Mhm.
and he held up a little packet. It was a packet of 5. He said, and the guy said out of his own mouth, he said, "What we'll do now, we can target everybody because some people can't afford 20." But the lower
Yes.
economic social group, we can give them a packet of 5, and we can even get all the kids and teenagers onto it because they can afford it. And
Yes.
I wanted to pack up and go home. It was so
Right.
moral. I wanted to pack up my goodies and say, "Stuff you guys. I'm not going to feed you," you know, because it was so.
Yeah.
Here I was. I felt bad. I was in this sort of secret society. How they're going to go against, get the children involved and get the lower social, get them hooked on smoking, which was
Yes. Now, do you have vaping down there?
they do. It's big in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Big shops everywhere.
Yes. Now they used to be flavored here.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
whether
they
they're
still are here.
flavored, but now they cannot be anywhere where anybody under 18 would see them.
Wow.
They're in stores behind walls where people can't see them. And even in the corner stores, the cigarettes have to be hidden.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's good because there is less and less smoking.
Yeah,
But
but the
the
government still
teenagers,
the government will never knock it out because they get all
they
that
get the
money
taxes.
from
I know,
such
I
high
know.
taxes on it.
That's right.
Same as
But the
the
teenagers
government
were
wants you to
starting.
smoke. The government they want
Sorry?
the government wants you to smoke. They want you to drink, and they want you to follow the system. They want you to be like a zombie. That's what they want you to do. But guys, with
That's
people like
right.
Teresa, they're going to educate you and get you away from all that nonsense, right? Teresa,
Yes.
in your opinion, what are the key? Now I'm getting bad now. What are the key qualities or skills that have helped contribute to your success? What are they?
Um, well, really, I'm a broad generalist and I'm very passionate
I love that.
and, just being driven by the purpose of what it is. And
Yeah,
of course, having my own personal experience and all
correct.
the trials and tribulations, then that just reinforces what I've learned.
Yeah,
So plus, I really also believe that we shouldn't push ourselves too much because it can be kind of overwhelming. But
yes,
just do one thing, if you can just, okay, let go of the scented laundry detergent or get rid of those fabric sheets.
yes,
Fabric sheets, a test was done on those, and it had something like 11 hazardous air pollutants,
yes.
and 7 carcinogenic
Wow.
air pollutants in it.
Yeah,
So if you think you're putting all your clothes through that, and then of course, I don't know if you have dryers or coming out the dryer vent, going into the air, we're all breathing it.
yes.
So, any little thing like that, one little thing that you can do will be a big change in your life.
Yeah,
And you don't have to worry because the scent will stay in the clothes for months. So you
yeah,
can still smell it for a long, long time after you stop using these products.
yes. Interesting.
And while you get used to just, what is the smell of air? And what is the smell of a human body? I asked a friend that once because she said her mother had put perfume products on her since she was born.
Wow.
And she said, I don't know what a body smells like. And, sometimes sweat can be a little smelly, but that's usually because you've eaten something you shouldn't have eaten.
Yeah, correct. Like
Uh,
garlic or
mo-
something. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I had a boss once and he wrecked his back. So he had to lie flat on his back for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And his kids were bringing him apples every day.
Yes.
And that's all he could eat because he could eat it lying down. It wasn't hard to swallow.
Yeah.
And he said eventually the pectin started coming out of his skin and he started smelling like an apple.
Yeah, I've had, as you have too. I've had European friends who eat certain things like I only one thing at the moment is a lot of garlic, and quite frankly, guys, some of those guys that come to work, they just stink, right? Because
Yes, yes.
it comes out of their
And
pores. As Theresa says, it virtually they almost see it like they're oily. Their skin's like oily, you know.
yes, that's right. Yeah.
You know. Tell me, Theresa, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? You keep learning new things every day. So how do you do all that?
Well, really, it's just my personality type, I think. I just want to be involved. I want to be learning. I want to be sharing the information and just get up and go. Now, sometimes it's a little bit much. Well, I have to talk to myself. Go for a walk. If I get too stressed,
Lovely.
just get out and go for a walk and take a deep breath, go sit by the ocean, take a quiet moment and then get back at it. Now, as you, Jeff, and I were talking earlier, if we can just keep going, or if we can keep if you can find your passion,
That's the one.
then you can get onto that. And like your horse or my
Yeah.
elephant, there's so much to share and so much to communicate with people.
Yes.
And I love people, and I just want everybody to be healthy and happy. And
Great mission, Theresa. Yeah.
it's a driver.
Yeah,
I just am
absolutely.
driven to do it.
And
Mhm.
guys, Teresa's younger than me, but I'm 77, and we haven't got a job. We've got a passion, right? And
Passion,
hopefully it comes across
absolutely.
on this show, and you can see it, guys. We've got a passion. You know, it's not about the money. It's about helping people become aware of their environment and what they can do, and what's achievable, guys. I mean, there's so much. The world's such a big place, and so many things you can learn. Guys. Learn something new every day. Keep yourself motivated. Um, Tell us about a recent project or achievement you're particularly proud of, Theresa.
Well, I think the thing now is the Dream Green bedroom, which I'm working on as a project, and that will let walk you through your bedroom, which I can come and do by Zoom or any other
Yeah,
virtual camera,
platform. Yeah,
and look at what's going on in your bedroom and what you can change so that you will get better sleep and be breathing healthier. That's my big thing.
that's awesome. That's a great mission. We
Yeah.
start there, guys. 'Cause look, think, guys. You probably spend 10 hours in your bedroom. You know,
Yeah.
then it goes from there. Even your car, guys. Think, some of those bloody things you're hanging on the window.
Oh,
They're not good for
yeah.
you, right?
No.
You know, you ever
And
thought
those
about wind the window down, guys?
right. And the plugins and the diffusers, diffusing essential oils,
Yes,
those get into the wall.
yes.
And then, people with sensitivities can't even go into your house.
Well, there you go.
And
As Theresa said at
yeah.
the start of the show, guys, and ask her about this. Is your house killing you? Sounds a bit
Hmm.
dramatic, guys, but it can be factual. Is your house killing you? Reach out and ask Theresa about the subject. And she's got a wealth of knowledge about all this, guys. Some simple fixes like the big ones, the laundry, so you're not wearing those clothes or you're not sleeping in that bed with all these toxics. There's simple stuff, guys. It's not woo-woo. It's just think about it.
No.
Do some research yourself. If you don't need to take my word for it, Teresa's word for it, do some research, guys, which Teresa's already done for you. Hence, Teresa's going to launch this wonderful book and go on a mission to help even more people. Tell us about your advice. What advice would you give someone, Theresa, a younger person, like your granddaughter, someone following in your footsteps? What advice would you give them?
Don't be too influenced by the media.
Yeah,
Remember
don't be
that,
brainwashed.
we're all beautiful people. We don't need to be waxed at 8 years of age or wearing makeup and children are doing that now because of the influence of media. So We've just got to get remember what the media is all about. It's all about, making you want to buy something.
Yeah,
So let's just step back from that and, go out and play in the dirt.
that's right. Like we used to in the old days, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Get out and about, guys. That's good advice. My advice for you guys is, I've got a croaky drink. I've got no water next to me, but drink lots of water, chicken soup, and sunshine. They're my three medicines, guys. Red of water, chicken
Yes.
soup with veggies, and sunshine. They won't fix a broken leg, but they'll fix most other things, guys. Right? So be aware of it.
Absolutely.
Pretty simple,
Yes.
guys. Cost you nothing. You can make your own chicken soup as well. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future? What's the mission? Tell us that mission again, please, Theresa.
Well, that mission is to help 10,000 families get rid of at least 80% of the toxins in their homes so that their children can be free, creative, and, reach their dreams, not get sidetracked by worrying about how they look or how they smell,
Yeah,
and not get their immune systems reduced because they've got too many toxins coming in. Just like be able to, I just was thinking about that the other day. What did I used to dream about when I was a little girl, And as adults, we can go back and think, what was that? How did I get sidetracked? Or help the children not to get sidetracked and to get, real and disconnected with their own authenticity.
yes. I'm going to tell you a funny
Mhm.
story, Teresa. My ex-wife, who's a wonderful woman, we were married 16 years, but I was a naughty boy, and the rest is history. However, um, when one of my two daughters was younger, she was about 7 or 8. She'd always talk about dreams and wanted to travel the world and rah rah. And my wife used to say to her, um, "Jessica, stop being a dreamer. Stop all this nonsense." And I heard all this, and I thought, yeah, right. So what I did, I went out and bought this huge poster, and I put it in my daughter's bedroom on the wall, and it said something like, "Dreamers make things happen," and then that had Albert Einstein and all these different wonderful men who had helped change the world, right? Oh,
Yes.
and my wife was going mental over it and I said, and the bottom of it said, "The world needs dreamers, so keep dreaming."
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So I was encouraging the
Mhm.
dream, and my wife was the exact opposite, trying to be negative. And I got to
Yeah.
tell you another quick one. She went to school one day, and they had some sort of some sort of day. You had to come up with a project or say something, and it was about write an article about a superhero. So all these kids went home and wrote this little essay, and my daughter wrote about me and said, "My dad is a superhero," right? Anyway,
Wonderful.
my daughter got 0 for her project because the teacher said, "No, we asked you to write about a real hero, Jessica." And Jessica, being very stubborn, got up in the middle of the class and said, "My dad is a hero." Right? He's not fake.
Good for her.
Yeah, so that's the attitude of the family, right? But everyone
Yes.
was fighting about Superman and Batman. I was a hero.
That's wonderful.
It
Yeah.
brought tears to my eyes. Still does. It was a great story.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, it's wonderful.
Theresa, how can our listeners and people listening and watching this wonderful show, how can they reach out and find out more about you and your mission? What's the best way?
Well, I think the easiest way is to get my Healthy Laundry Hacks free gift, and or they can go to my Facebook group, Going Green Together.
Going green together, yep.
Yeah, or LinkedIn, which is Theresa Thomas from Toxic to Green.
Wonderful. And also, guys,
And I have a website from toxictogreen.com.
lovely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
one, guys. And don't forget the free gift, guys. Teresa's a giver in a world full of takers, guys. You can tell that. She's a wonderful woman. And all of her socials, everything else will go up onto YouTube. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And you're going to meet lots of wonderful people all over the world who've got a story that's tell. And guys, we'd like you to hear your story. Come on, 15 Minutes of Fame, and share your journey with the world and share your knowledge. That's what we're all here to help each other. Teresa, I'm about to wrap this up, but before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Oh, a fun fact about myself. Well, when I went to Africa,
Yeah.
I was connected to the diviners. And so I actually have a big passion about that as well. And when I get this, when I get the 10,000 or 100,000 people knowing all about this, then I'm going to focus more on that, which was a very passionate
Tell us about what are
experience for
diviners. For
me.
those who don't know, what are diviners? Tell us what diviners are.
Well, you've heard of tarot readings or
Yes.
different kinds of readings. Well, the diviners are a more indigenous methodology of that. Of course, tarot started from an indigenous practice as well. So the diviners over there, they can throw shells on the ground, or the diviner might be a stick diviner, and he's in. Do you remember when Obama was running, and they showed this picture of the diviner in Kenya who came out of his little cave
Yeah.
waving the stick?
Yes.
And you can probably find it now still on the internet, and saying, "Oh, he's going to win," because he had gone in with the stick, and there's certain pieces of rocks and wood and different things, crystals and that, and it moved those things over to the other side of the board and showed that Obama was going to win.
No.
So it's kind of a well, the way I describe it is it looks at your life right now and
Yes.
sees how you are in balance with the elements and the ancestors.
Yeah.
And so it works a lot with the ancestors, which I do with my grandparents and my parents and all of them going back and back and back. And so that's my other passion.
Yeah. Well, you reminded me, a lot of people, this is funny enough, a lot of people grow up, their parents are a Catholic, so they become a Catholic. Their parents vote for Liberal, so they always vote Liberal or Republican, whatever the case may be. Guys, you've got to be an individual. You got to
Yeah.
take a step back and be an individual. Don't be frightened to be different, right? In fact, being different is awesome. I mean, I'm a black sheep, as you can probably tell, guys. I'm different. I don't listen to the news, or I want good news. I want to meet people like Theresa and be vibrant and be challenged. I don't want to be told what to do, and like COVID, stay inside your house. Don't see your parents. Don't go out. Don't
Mhm.
don't get sunshine, breathe some fresh air, etc. So, Theresa, you've been an
Yeah.
awesome guest, and I'd love to thank you for being on the show. And I'm about to wrap it up now. So, guys, don't forget your 15 minutes of fame. And don't forget Theresa's free gift. Reach out. Theresa's always available. She's always up for a chat. She's in Canada, so look at the hours. Just send her an email. Contact her some way you can. But have a chat to her, guys. Costs you nothing to have a chat to this lady, and she'll put you on the right track. All right. Thanks for being our guest today, Theresa. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I really love this. Thank you so much.